What? Unlimited NIL resources for the University of Oregon. And that is not enough to keep a high schooler happy. Breaking. Oregon 5-star quarterback signee Jaren Kewi, can't pronounce that last name, is expected to enter the NCAA transfer portal. That's all fine and dandy. Oregon just recently lost their college football playoff game. So a lot of the Oregon players, a lot of the playoff players are finally able to enter the portal because they have fulfilled their... Wait, you're saying that he signed there a month ago? You're saying he's played no football for Oregon? You're saying that he is technically the 19th ranked in the 2025 class that just had National Signing Day a few weeks ago? What? I'm confused. So today we're going to try to figure this out. I don't know what's happening. I had to confirm that this dude was actually just in high school. I guess a few months ago. He was in high school in November, got to Oregon in December. First of all, he flipped his commit from Cal, then to Oregon, got here in Oregon, practiced in the bowl practice, and then he transferred out after their game. What happened? Are the NIL checks bouncing? I don't know, but we are in an insane landscape of college football where even when you sign a player, it doesn't, forget commitments. He signed with his name on the contract days ago, and he's gone now. He's in the portal. Obviously, he can hop back out the portal, but I am so pro transfer portal. I want it to be known. I think it's great. I think the advantage is awesome. I think it was rough for some of those players back in the day when you had to transfer. We had to transfer, then wait a year. You lose a year, athletics, XYZ. But this is insane. This is just nothing means anything anymore. Like you have to recruit these kids when you sign them, when they commit to you, when you give them NIL money. You have to continuously cook. This is crazy. I'm sorry. If you ever wanted to be a head coach at the collegiate level, the job just got 10 times harder. So hats off to all the coaches who were able to get through at this time. And this is just a quick look at the what's it called? Quarterback room for Oregon when it called in the next season. So I don't think they're going to be a short of players if nobody else transfers out. But it's just crazy to think that a high school player who had already flipped his commitment, commitment flipping is enough. That's enough. But you flip, then you sign, and then you transfer the same month. Well, not the same month. Luckily, it's the next year. So, hey, you did that. But yeah, man, this is one of the most dynamic players. I believe he was a 4-star, then turned 5-star. Here he is again at practice. Let's check it out. He's here at practice in living color. He's right there with a no number on. Obviously, I guess to signify, And I'll give him a little bit of bail. And the bail that I'll throw him is that, like, again, he was just in high school. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to do away with the whole December coming on campus, yada, yada, yada. Maybe he got there and got super homesick. I'm hoping that's what happened. Maybe he just got super, super homesick. Maybe just what really wasn't feeling it in that few weeks of practicing there. But that's all it took for him to hop up out of there. Again, he was there at the game. So, like, this wasn't, I would love to say a week ago, dog, this is 2 days ago. This is 2 days ago. Here he is with the 80 jersey on, obviously, because, all the jersey numbers are taken up currently. On the sideline, there at the Rose Bowl. Like, that's crazy. I'm sorry that I just perplexed. I should have seen this coming. But let's get deeper into it. So, like I said, dog, this was October 28th. He posted this, and then forget that. How about this? Where does he post it? He posted a picture of himself. Oh, I didn't add it. He posted a picture of himself. I just want y'all to see this timeline because the timeline is not making sense to me. So let me show you this. He posted like a double commitment type whatever thing. Where are my bookmarks, dog? Can you show me my bookmarks? And then, like, the next few days, here we are, and he's transferred out. Let me show you. Let's get there. Here he is. This is his account. Jason Kewi, can't pronounce that last name. December 31st. As I'm recording it is the 3rd of January, and he's entered the transfer portal. So he was locked in just a few days. I would love so much to give him some bail. I really would. But what? But hey, man, hopefully, it's not just somebody giving the bag. I'm hoping it's not that Oregon checks are bouncing, because that would be crazy if they're promising all these crazy. Y'all remember what Phil Knight said, right? He said, "I'm going to spend as much money as I can, unlimited NIL resources for the University of Oregon," and that is not enough to keep a high schooler happy on campus. Wild times we're living in. I'm not blaming Dan Lanning. I just believe we live in wild times. Just to kind of catch up, because we're going to, again, listen to Nick Saban here a little bit. We'll listen to the Cal coach as well and how he feels about it. But, I mean, this was a dynamic quarterback, 46 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 213 for 302 and 3,400 yards. He named, all first team or whatever, wherever he was out there in Hawaii. He was Hawaii Player of the Year in 2024. Like, he's undoubtedly a top prospect and someone that someone's always going to be very grateful to have on their team. So let's listen to the Cal head coach and how he kind of had to respond to it, and him, just decommitting, right, in the landscape.
Your favorite piece of news of the morning, we could just talk about, you were so close to landing your quarterback target, and then he flipped this morning to Oregon. Do you have any sense of kind of what happened there, and just what's it like to absorb that today?
Recruiting is very, very competitive, and there's a lot of good players out there. And as you can appreciate, we're always focused on the ones that are going to be a part of our program. And, it's a dynamic environment in recruiting, and things change day to day and week to week. And we're really excited about the guys that are joining us.
Yeah, Justin.
He's mad as heck. I would be mad too. You see those veins popping out? He said, yeah, it's very competitive and very fair that somebody with unlimited NIL money can just steal my quarterback that I had been talking to for months and sleepless nights to try to convince him to come, and he's gone. But hey, man, coaches can do the same thing. So I don't have any sympathy. I want to make sure this is not me having sympathy for coaches. I'm just saying it's crazy. That's all I'm saying. So let's, if y'all remember the Bo Pribula situation in Penn State, he transferred before even Penn State got to the game. Forget after the game. At least this kid could wait till after the game. He couldn't wait to get to a year of even playing football or even a real official practice or even getting any classes. He couldn't wait for any of that. Homie, you can't enroll into classes until next fall, right? Whatever. Bo Pribula was the backup at Penn State, and he entered the transfer portal, and it caused some major waves. We did a few videos about it, and it was really on the cusp of what are the rules? Because it feels like this limitless. With this, it's even more limitless. So let's hear what Nick Saban and the people at College Game Day have to say. Obviously, it's ESPN, so it's got to be really small over there in the corner. We're just listening to
believe that Pribula and his reps or somebody couldn't have wink, nod, and had him find out a deal where he wanted to go. Right. This is a difficult situation for Bo Pribula and for the teams that these guys are leaving when they choose to do so.
Yeah, you really can't blame the players, because if you're going to have integrity, you got to have integrity to a set of rules. I mean, we have a constitution, we have a Bill of Rights. That's what this country was built on. We have no rules in college football. I mean, the academic calendar and the football calendar do not match up relative to the season. It should never be that a player can leave his team before the end of the football season. And the only way it can be, you don't need to be a free agent twice a year. You could be a free agent once a year. And if it was in May, season's over. People say, well, I couldn't go to spring practice. Well, you could find out what your role on your team's going to be in spring practice. You might end up starting and not need to transfer. So I don't know the answers, but right now we have no rules and no guidelines in college football. And I'm not trying to take away any options from the players.
Of course not.
But you shouldn't be able to leave your team before the end of the season.
And I'm going to double down on that and say you shouldn't be able to leave after signing days ago, like literally days ago. That's crazy. And I want to double down on that whole no rule thing. I looked up, I was trying to do research for this video. I was like, okay, let me get the rules, because we recently did a video on targeting. I was like, let me get the real rules so I can read out to you. I couldn't find an NCAA like official rules. I see these. I see people reporting. I see ESPN saying, oh, well, these are the rules of the transfer portal. I don't see it like in the handbook like I can with targeting. Maybe I need to do more research. Maybe I need to go a little deeper and go to the actual handbook and like forcefully look it up. But when I looked for the targeting official rules, like they came up, the NCAA, like the official You know what I'm saying? The site, boom, here it is. Section 9 dash whatever. I look up for transfer portal, I can't find it. So whether it's there are rules and they're extremely hard to find and people are just interpreting them, or we are literally living in lawless times, it is the NCAA's problem, and they are, at the end of the day, the kids are going to be affected the most. You think someone who transfers after committing to a school, making this giant commitment as a 18, 17, I guess, year old, you think it's good that he has to make another rapid decision to now hop in the portal, right? Like, what do you think these head coaches are saying? We just walked down the history of this kid's name, because I'm not gonna say his name and mess up, of this kid, right? Commitments and flips, and now you have a sign and enter the transfer portal before you even get into play any football. So if you're another head coach looking at that, I mean, maybe the Cal coach is still, hey, arms wide open, you come over to Cal. But if not, okay, well, you burned a bridge at Cal. You definitely burned a bridge at Oregon. What do you mean? What do you mean you're going to be in the transfer portal after you just flipped and you just signed and were on practice? So let's say you burned a bridge at Cal, and let's say, coaching, the world of nepotism, hypothetically, let's say coaches talk to each other, because they do. Now you got a whole lineage of coaches that know, oh, yeah, that kid, we can't even, like, God forbid he has to wait a year and develop because he's going to hop in the portal, right? So, again, this is not the kid's fault. I'm not mad at the kids. I'm mad at the NCAA for putting putting Oregon in this situation where they have to, I guess, just figure it out after signing this guy, probably committing NIL money to him. Hey, some people are saying that NIL money ain't as nice as it's supposed to. I don't know, dog. That ain't me, but undoubtedly, this has to be one of the craziest situations in the transfer portal we've ever seen. A high schooler, a week into practice, has entered the transfer portal. I don't know what to make of it. Y'all let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Is it good? Is it fair? I think there should be options for young kids to be able to transfer at and, do whatever. But I just feel like a week after, the day after, they just lost the rope. Like, yo, you're not even committed to you committed to the O for real. But it's crazy times we're living in college football, man. Y'all be amazing. Y'all be great. Y'all be elite. Leave a like your video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content. We'll see you next time.